Hi Yoga Have a Community, it's Tricia. I miss you so much. Since we can't be together in the studio, I'll be leading a class this morning from my home in Northern Liberties. Allie talked a little bit about at-home props, things that you can use if you don't have, for instance, a mat. You can use a carpet or a towel. If you don't have a block, you can use a water bottle. I also, in my home practice, something that I use is a damp towel. I'll use it to wipe down my mat before practice and maybe again in the middle of practice. Since we don't have the humidity in our homes to provide that stickiness on our mats, some dampness or moisture from a towel is a good substitute to provide that stickiness. I hope you are all well, and I can't wait until we're together again. For now, let's begin in child's pose. Bring your knees out wide. Press the tops of your feet into the floor. Walk your hands towards the top of your mat with your fingertips spread wide. Begin in a nice, easy child's pose. Let your belly fall towards the floor. Can rock your weight from side to side. Begin to feel an opening in your inner thighs. Become aware of the rhythm of your breath. Come into your Ujjayi breath. Deep inhales in through your nose and out through your nose. With your next inhale, walk your fingertips closer to the top of your mat. Press your hips down and back towards your heels. Take a deep breath in. Slow breath out. One more. Tabletop. Press up, stack your elbows over your wrists, your shoulders over your elbows. Press the tops of your feet into the floor. Set your feet on 12 o'clock. Stack your hips over your knees. Find as much length as you can in your spine with an inhale. Pull your belly button in and up with an exhale. Drop your belly, lift your chin, take cow pose. Round your back, look towards your belly button for cow. Cat. Cow. Take 3 more rounds of cow and cat on your own. When you're complete, we'll meet back in tabletop with a neutral spine. Take any movement with your hips that feels good as you make your way to a flat back. Squeeze your shoulder blades, pull your shoulders away from your ears. If the tops of your feet are pressing into your mat, tuck them. And with your next inhale, press down through your toes, lift your knees 1 inch off the floor. Stay for the exhale. Breathe in. Press your hands down. Last time, fill up. downward facing dog. Set up your down dog with your pointer fingers spaced directly towards the top of your mat, fingertips spread wide. Take any motion that feels good. Come to a still downward facing dog. Bring a slight bend to both elbows and to both knees. Tilt your tailbone up towards the ceiling. Come up high on your toes, breathe in. Release your heels down towards the floor as you exhale. Lift high on your toes. Stay here, breathe out. Ujjayi in. Tiptoe your feet towards your hands. Land in a forward fold with feet set hip width distance apart. You can grab hold of opposite elbows, or you can wrap your arms around the backs of your shins. And just like we did in child's pose, slowly shift your weight from side to side. Waking up your body. You're holding any tension in your neck, release the crown of your head. Evenly press down through all four corners of both feet. Really find your feet rooted into the floor. You can lift and spread your toes. And with your next inhale, come to a halfway lift. Press your palms into your shins or your thighs. Pull your belly button towards your spine. Fold. Halfway lift. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. Forward fold. Mountain pose. Set your feet hips width distance or closer together. Draw your quad muscles up towards your hips. Hands through heart center, forward fold. Halfway lift. Fold. Mountain. Bring your hands to heart center. You can keep your eyes open or softly close them. Take a breath in. Sigh out. We'll begin with one Om. Mountain, look up, set your gaze. Fold forward. Use your drishti as you move. Find your forward fold. Halfway lift. High plank. Place your palms on the floor. Step your feet back. Move with intention. Take your time. Come to high plank. Create energy through the base of your heels. Extend it out through the crown of your head. Hug in and stay. Shift forward. Lower a quarter of the way, low plank. Up dog. Press down through your palms. Down dog. Breathe in and out. Lift your heels. Bend your knees, press into your palms. Walk your feet towards your hands. Everybody walk with intention. Land in halfway lift. Forward fold. mountain pose, fold, halfway lift, high plank. Draw your belly button in and up as you find your high plank. Shift forward, low plank, up dog, down dog. Press your hips back. Lift your heels, bend your knees, step or float to the top of your mat. Halfway lift, fold, mountain, bow forward, halfway lift, high to low plank, up dog, down dog. Lift your heels, bend your knees, step or float. Halfway lift, bow, mountain, engage, hug everything in, fold forward. Halfway lift, chaturanga, high to low plank. Upward facing, set your gaze. Downward facing, find your point of drishti. 3 breaths. Lift your heels, bend your knees, step or float. Halfway lift, fold, chair pose. You can keep your feet hips width distance apart. You can also walk your big toes to touch. Take your time to set up your chair. Find all 4 corners of your feet, press down. Send your hips down and back. Lift the center of your chest towards the ceiling. Sink in your hips as you exhale. In and out. Last breath in. Forward fold. Halfway lift. High to low plank. Up dog, down dog. Step your right foot forward, warrior 1. Pull your left hip forward, tack your right hip back. You can actually bring your hands to your low ribs, physically press them together, knit your ribs together, and then take one hand, your right hand, and bring it around your back. Squeeze your shoulder blades around your spine. Chaturanga. Upward facing. Downward facing. Step your left foot forward, warrior 1. Option to take that same self-assist, or you can just focus on pulling your upper arm bones back while maintaining a neutral pelvis. Press down into your feet, lift your chest. Chaturanga, or go straight to down dog. Always have the option to skip high to low plank, upward facing, downward facing. Lift your heels, bend your knees, step or float. Begin to find the flow. Halfway lift, fold, chair, fold. Halfway lift, high to low plank. Up dog. Down dog. Right side, warrior one. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Left side, warrior one. Rise with your inhale. Sink into your left knee with your exhale. Chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Lift your heels. Bend your knees. Step or float. Halfway lift. Forward fold, release. Chair, one breath. Big inhale. Fold. Halfway lift. High to low plank. Or go straight to down dog. Upward facing. Downward facing. Right side, warrior one. Warrior two, set your gaze on your right middle finger. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Left side, go, warrior one. Open, warrior two. Reverse your warrior, stretch. Chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Lift your heels. Bend your knees. Step or float. Halfway lift. Fold. Chair, big inhale, fill. Bow. Halfway. Chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Right side, warrior one. Warrior two. Press into your right foot, reverse your warrior. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Left side, warrior one. Open, warrior two. Reverse your warrior. High to low plank. Upward facing. Downward facing. Right side, warrior one. Warrior two. Reverse. Chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Left side, warrior one. Warrior two. Reverse your warrior, last one. Flow, chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Fill up. Sigh out. You can stay here in down dog or take child's pose. Grab water, catch your breath if you're the teacher. Two more full rounds of breath. With your next inhale, make your way up to downward facing dog. Lift your right heel high. Bend your right knee, stack your right hip over your left. Square both armpits towards the back of your mat. A really good way to find that squared off motion of your shoulders is to make sure that both pointer fingers are facing directly towards the top of your mat. With an inhale, lift your right knee a little higher. Exhale, pull your right heel closer to your bum. Really open up your inner thighs. Breathe in. Draw your right knee to your nose as you breathe out. Kick your right foot straight back. Right knee to right elbow. Kick back. Right knee to left elbow. Round your back. Hug your belly in. Kick back. Draw your knee to your nose. Pause. Round your back. Press into your palms. Breathe in. Step your right foot through your hands. Come to crescent lunge. You can bring your back knee, your left knee down onto your mat. You can also, that's a good modification. Slowly come up, make your way into the fullest expression of your crescent lunge. You can use your hands to square up your hips, knit your ribs together, obviously. No hands-on assist anytime soon, so maybe start incorporating your own hands-on assist into your practice. Pull your upper arm bones back. Bring your hands to heart center. Lengthen the crown of your head forward. Twist to the right. You can hook your left elbow on the outside of your right thigh. You can also take your at-home prop and place it underneath your left hand. I actually like using this water bottle. It's less stable than my block. Provides a little bit more challenge for me as a practitioner because I can't dump into my left hand like I might if I had a block underneath my hand. Keep pulling the back, that top back of your left hip up towards the ceiling. Find the twist through your belly. Breathe in and twist. Crescent lunge, return. Take your time. Breathe in. Warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Follow your right hand. Side angle. You can place your right elbow on top of your right thigh gently. You can also use your at-home prop on the outside of your right shin. Stack your left shoulder over your right. And see if you can take your gaze up to the ceiling or your left thumbnail. Breathe in. Warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. As you move through the left side, really be aware and cognizant of your gaze through this whole left side. That's going to be our theme here. So set your gaze. Now lift your left heel. Bend your left knee, stack your hip open. Feel your left knee lift higher as you breathe in. Pull your left ankle closer to your body as you breathe out. Stay with your gaze, fill. Hug your left knee to your nose, see what you see. Kick your left foot straight back. Left knee to left elbow. Kick back. Left knee to right elbow. Press into your palms. Kick back. Hug your left knee into your chest. See if you can touch your left knee to your nose. Breathe in. Crescent lunge. Use your gaze as you rise up. It will provide steadiness and ease. You can also come down onto your right knee or bring your arms to cactus arms. Keep your Ribs stacked over your hips, shoulders stacked over your ribs. Resist that temptation to flare out your chest. Bring your hands to heart center. Lengthen the crown of your head forward. Twist to the left. Feel your left hamstring engage. Move with ease and with gaze. Keep a slight bend in your right knee. Keep your left knee drawing out towards the left side of your mat. Crescent lunge. Warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Feel your left side body open up. Keep that length in your left side body. Find side angle. You can bring your right hand to the left side of your waist. Keep length. Really, the lifting comes from your right side body. Last breath in. Warrior two. Reverse your warrior. Follow your left hand. Chaturanga, palms to the mat. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Open your mouth side out. Lift your heels. Bend your knees. Step or float. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Chair pose, breathe in. Bring your hands to heart center. Lengthen the crown of your head forward. Twist to the right. You can hook your left elbow on the outside of your right thigh. You can also extend your left arm down the inside of your left leg. You can look at your screen to see an example what I'm talking about. I think it's considered a modification. It's my everyday practice is to extend my left arm down the inside of my left leg. You can stay here. You can also take side crow. Open up your arms. For inside crow. Spread your fingertips wide. Grip the mat with your fingertips. Last breath in, forward fold. Halfway lift. Fold. Chair pose. Bring your hands to heart center. Lengthen forward, find length through the full length of your spine. Now twist left. Keep that length, keep square hips. If you feel your weight unevenly distributed, if you have more weight in your right leg or more weight in your left, even it out. Option to take side crow or open up your arms. One more breath in. Fold. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Take any forward fold of your choice. You can wrap your peace fingers around your big toes or slide your palms underneath the soles of your feet. Take a really deep breath in, feel your rib cage expand. Slowly breathe it out. Release the bind, come to a halfway lift. Forward fold. Crow or yogi squat. Yogi squat, you can turn each foot out to 45 degrees. Bring your elbows to connect to the insides of your knees. Press your knees out wide. Again, you can look at the screen. If you are in crow, feel free to play around. You don't have to worry about any judgment or what anyone's thinking of your crow. So this is a great opportunity to play, maybe stretch the limits of your practice. I will give you the opportunity to do that here for a moment. Crows, you can shoot back, make your way through vinyasa. We'll all meet in yogi squat. Press your hands together. Let your hips sink. With your next inhale, slowly make your way up to stand, Samastita. Set your feet hips width distance apart underneath you. All 10 toes face directly towards the top of your mat. Turn your palms to face the front of the room that you're in. Lift your shoulders up towards your ears with a breath in. Exhale them down and around your spine as you breathe out. Mountain pose. Eagle on the right arm under, right leg over. The option to kickstand your right big toe on the outside of your left ankle. Draw your belly button in and up. Pull your ribs down towards your hips. Mountain. Eagle on the left. Left arm under, left leg over. Just stay here in this eagle. Don't worry about what's coming or what's transpired. Just stay here in eagle on the left. Mountain. Standing leg raise on the right. Root down through your left foot. Lift your right knee parallel with your right hip. You can stay right here, or you have the option to open your right leg towards the right side of the room that you're in and extend your left fingertips long towards the left. If you can, travel your gaze. See if you can find your left thumb now. Return to center. Extend your right leg long in front of you as you root down through your left foot. Lift your fingertips high towards the ceiling. We're going to pulse our right leg for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Keep pulsing higher. 3, 2, 1. Airplane. Shoot the sole of your right foot towards the back of the room. Extend your arms long by your sides. Fingertips spread wide. Breathe in and out. Peek down at your left foot. Make sure it's set on 12 o'clock. If you have to readjust, go ahead. Bring your hands to heart center. Standing split. Keep your right hip pulling down towards the floor. Closed hip posture. Keep a slight bend in your left knee. See if you can grab hold of your left ankle. You can also place your hands on the floor or a prop. half moon. Slowly draw your right hip lifted on top of your left. Spread the toes of your right foot wide. Fullest expression, last inhale. Fold. Take your hands to fists. Count out the outsides of your thighs, the backs of your calves. Release your head. Halfway lift. Fold. Mountain. Standing leg raise on the left. Once you are fully stacked and rooted, you have the option to open up, drawing your left leg towards the left, extending your right fingertips wide towards the right. Keep a line of energy from your left shoulder traveling across your chest, out your right fingertips. Engage. Last round of breath. Return to center. Extend your left leg long. Flex your lifted foot. We'll pulse for 10, 9, 8. Try to make each pulse higher. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Airplane. Once again, peek down at your rooted foot, your right foot. Make sure it's set on 12 o'clock. Draw your shoulder blades away from your ears. Set your gaze. Standing split. Half moon. Keep lifting. Stay light through your right hand if it is connected to the floor or a prop. Create length from the bottom of your left heel through the crown of your head. Twist open. Last breath in. Fold. Hands to fists, pound out your legs. Halfway lift. Bow forward. Mountain. Tree on the right. Bring the sole of your right foot to the inside of your left leg and find connection. Really hug the two together. Of course, you have the option to kickstand your right foot on the inside of your left leg. You can keep your hands at heart center. You can take an arm expression, cactus your arms. You can take reverse namaste. Lift your chin. See if you can find the ceiling with your gaze. Look up, mini back bend. Step your feet together. Step it out. Tree on the left. Be mindful of your right hip jutting out to the right side of your mat. Make sure that your right hip stays stacked over your right knee, over your right ankle. If your hands are at heart center, press the pads of your fingertips together. Take any arm variation of your choice. Begin to lift your gaze, look for the ceiling, mini back bend. Last inhale. Release, step your feet together. Mountain. Fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing. Downward facing. Step your right foot forward, warrior two. Reverse your warrior, straighten your front leg. Take triangle pose. Send your hips towards the back of the room, draw the crown of your head forward. Lift all 10 toes, spread them wide, press your feet into the floor. Your next inhale, rise up to stand. Spin your right toes in, set up for side facing wide leg forward fold. Tilt your tailbone up towards the ceiling. Feel the stretch through the backs of your hamstrings. Come to a halfway lift, forward fold, rise all the way up to stand, set up for pyramid pose. Walk your back foot halfway up your mat, square off your hips, press into your heels, find length in your spine, and fold. Place your left hand on a block, on a prop or your mat. Reach your right fingertips high. Twist your triangle for one breath. Fill up. Place your palms on the mat. Chaturanga or go straight to downward facing dog. Upward facing. Downward facing. Fill up. Side out. Step your left foot forward. Warrior two. Straighten your front leg, reverse your warrior. Triangle pose. Feel an opening in your left inner thigh. Stay light through your left hand. If you feel like your butt's like sticking out, see if you can hug it in. Press your left inner thigh towards the right side of your mat. Rise up to stand, spin your left toes in, take side facing wide leg forward fold. You can bring your weight into your right foot, turn your left toes up towards the ceiling. And you can take that same stretch on the other side. Do that one more time. Come back to center, halfway lift, fold, rise all the way up to stand, set it for pyramid on the left. Lengthen with an inhale, fold with your exhale, draw your shoulders away from your ears, pull your shoulder blades down and around your spine. And at the same time, let the crown of your head fall. Place your right hand on your mat, reach your left fingertips high, twisting triangle. Big fill. Chaturanga, step your feet back. Upward facing. Downward facing. Come up high on your toes. Walk your feet through your hands. Come onto your back. Send the soles of your feet directly up towards the ceiling. Take your hands to Charlie's Angel's hands. Pointer fingers facing towards your feet. Pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hover your right ankle 1 inch above the floor. Pulse to your left foot for 10, 9, 8. Flex your legs. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch legs. Hover your left foot. Pulse to your right foot for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift your left leg back up to meet your right. We've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock side to side. This is our big finish, the peak of our practice. Bridge. Press the soles of your feet into the floor. Lift your hips high. You have the option to use your hands underneath your low back for supported bridge. But if you're in supported bridge, make sure that you are still knitting your front ribs together, pulling them up towards your hips. Engage your core. Release to the floor, let your knees fall side to side. We've got 2 more back bends, so it is your choice, bridge or wheel, lift up. If you're in wheat bridge and you can, clasp your hands together underneath you, press your pinkies into the floor to lift your hips higher. Full round of breath together, in and out. Last inhale. Release to the floor, windshield wiper your knees. This is it, bridge or wheel. With your next inhale, lift up. We've got 10, 9, 8. If you're in wheel, press down to the pads of your fingertips. 7, 6, hug your knees together. 5, 4, 3, press down. 2, 1, floor. Bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees splay wide. I'm not going to play any music. You have the option to turn on music in your home if it's not already on. An invitation to stay with your breath as we move through hip opening postures, your Ujjayi breath. Draw your knees towards your armpits for happy baby. Press down through the full length of your spine. Rock side to side. When you're complete, draw your knees into your chest. Take 3 long, slow rock rolls on your mat. Wall meet in downward facing dog. You have the option to take 1 final vinyasa. Once you're in down dog, inhale your right heel high. Draw your right foot towards your left wrist, half pigeon pose. You also have the option to take figure 4 on your back or double pigeon. You can do whatever feels good for you. Take 3 more breaths. Slowly rise up. Make your way to downward facing dog. Take any counter stretch that feels good. Lift your left heel high. Draw your left heel through towards your right wrist. Half pigeon on the left. Take your time to set it up just like you did on the right side. Keep your left knee in line with your left hip. Your right ankle in line with your right hip. You really want to find the motion of your left hip pressing back and your right hip pulling forward, like they're passing one another. Like ships in the night, but it's like hips in the night. Get it? It's a joke. Hip, like ships, but hips. Okay. Yeah, take your fold. We'll take 3 more breaths. Slowly begin to rise up. You can press back to downward facing dog, take one final down dog, or you can swing your right leg around. And we're going to take a butterfly as our forward fold. You can take any forward fold as your choice, but I will lead the class through butterfly. So you can bring the soles of your feet to touch. Draw your heels as close as you can to your body, or you can extend your feet out long in front of you. Whatever feels good for you. Bring the soles of your feet to touch. Bring your thumbs to your hip creases. Press down and back. Maybe you stay here or slowly fold over your feet. Rise up, take a reverse stretch. You can take reverse tabletop or reverse plank. Press your hands into the floor, your forearms into the floor, lift your hips high. Allow your head to fall heavy behind you. Take a breath in. Open your mouth, sigh it out. One more. Release to the floor and take an inversion of your choice. I recommend waterfall. Press down through the full length of your spine. Flex your feet so that the soles of your feet are parallel with the ceiling. If you're in shoulder stand, you can drop your feet overhead, take plow pose. If you're in plow, you can drop your knees around your ears. And if you can, press the tops of your feet down into the floor. Slowly release out of your inversion, come to a flat back. Extend your arms long over your head. Draw your right knee into your chest, drop your knee to the left, take your gaze to the right, supine twist. Come back to center. Hug your left knee in. Drop your knee to the left, take your gaze to the right. Supine twist. Come back to center. This time draw both knees into your chest. Wrap your hands around your shins. Draw your forehead towards your knees. Take one final slow, long breath in. Shavasana. Final rest. Allow your toes to splay wide. Turn your palms to face the ceiling. Extend your arms long over your head. Take a good morning stretch. Roll to your right side. Make your way to a seat on your mat with your hands at heart center. Take a breath in. Slowly release it out. 1 Om. Lift your thumb knuckles to the center of your forehead. May we all be well. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me, and yes, may we all be well. I hope to see you all soon.